Hey you guys, Desmond here,
And LaCresha.
and welcome back to the channel. And today we are here to discuss 3 episodes of Drag Race Philippines. Episode 3, 4, and 5. We had the Girl Group Challenge, an Improv Challenge, and Snatch Game. But before we get into that, I want to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We have a goal of 1,000 subscribers, and we would love to reach that as soon as possible. So to help us
Please let me
achieve,
hear.
so to help us achieve that, just go ahead and hit that button for us. So I have a bold statement. It's not bold because a lot of people online seem to agree with me as well.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, Drag Race Philippines is turning into probably my favorite season of the year.
Series or season?
Season.
3 or.
Season 3 is turned into one of my favorite seasons this year. Because these 3 episodes were just especially that Snatch Game. We gonna
Don't talk about that snatch.
we gonna talk about that Snatch Game. Oh, chaotic in the best way, honey. But because we have so much to get into, let's get into it. So, we're coming in after the non-elimination.
Yes.
Back in episode 2. So the queens are coming back in and they're still happy about being top 11. They congratulate Kiana. And then they congratulate Tita Baby and Angel for staying in the competition.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is whenever we get this Maxie and Angel lip sync, it's going to hurt. Oh, that's going to hurt. And they keep showing how great siblings they are. And I'm like, oh, when this happens, it's going to hurt. And I feel like if Drag Race US would have played their cards right, we could have got that with Sugar and Spice. But, they gave it to us so quick. I'm like, no, you got to give us time to care about them as a unit.
Right. And, care about them, care about their relationship, care about our relationship with them.
But it was like 3 episodes in, they're like, all right, bye, Sugar. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. All right. We could have had at least 2-3 more episodes before you say goodbye to Sugar. But hey, it is what it is.
I agree.
It is the next day in the workroom. They're coming in. They're chatting. They congratulate Mick Chanel on her win. The alarm goes off. We get our room mail. And Mama Powell comes in for a mini challenge. It is called Sack Race Philippines. So basically, they had 15 minutes to get into quick drag, and they had to do sack races across the workroom. I thought this was fun. I thought this was cute. Except for Versex, who just did not do it. No, she didn't put on the boobies. The rule was to have on the boobies, and she didn't put on the boobies. So, although she should have made it to the end, they were like, "No, you can't do it." So afterwards, we found out that the winner of the mini challenge is Kiana, who I have to say, Kiana is becoming one of my favorites. Like, Drag Race, period. Now, I didn't like the way she was trying to talk to Jay Quinn in the Snatch Game. Mm-hmm. But we gonna talk about that. But yeah, so Kiana won a cash tip of 20,000 pesos. And she gets to form the groups for the Girl Group Challenge, which is the Maxi Challenge for the week.
Yay.
So, our groups ended up as following. On Kiana's team, she chose Angel, Maxi, Popstar Bench, Versex, and Zimbading, which left Jay Quinn, John, Mick Chanel, Tita Baby, and Yuri Puta in the other group. Do you think she made the right choice as teammates?
Yeah, I think so.
I question what made her think Versex was a good choice. Because when she was naming them off, I'm like, yeah. And then she said Versex. I'm like, oh. Okay. All right. Okay. Not my first choice. Not my first choice. And then as we saw in the episode, should not have been her first choice.
Should not have been a choice.
So they sit down, they write their verses, they go out and they record the verses with our special guest judge for the week, Angeline, and their producer, Moose. Moose. So they record, they rehearse, and now let's get to the main stage. Like I said, we're going to go through this relatively quickly. We got 3 episodes to try to fit into 1 hour. So, up first, we have our hostess with the mostest, Mama Pow.
This is an A. She's been killing the outfit game so far.
Listen, I've said it. People online have said it. She heard what we were saying last season, and she said, no, ma'am. Y'all not finna drag me like this up on this site. No. I
think my favorite outfit so far, though, has been this last one.
The one from the Snatch Game episode?
Yeah.
Oh my God. We're gonna get to that. Amazing. So, this week we're joined by Khaled Karen, Jiggly Caliente, BJ Pasquale, and our extra special guest judge, Angeline. So now it is time for Dapat, Pakak, which means don't fuck it up. So we had our first group here, the team of Kiana, Angel, Maxie, Popstar, Bench, Verse, Sex, and Zimba Ding. What did we think of this first group here?
5 out of 6 were good. And then I was sitting there and like my eye kept going to one person, but for all the wrong reasons.
For all the wrong reasons. I agree with your assessment. They were just yum 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 yum. And then there's this one, and it didn't seem like she was trying. Maybe she was, but it didn't seem like she was trying.
Do you know what made it worse though? Is the fact that out of all of the outfits are simple, all of the outfits are the same color, and then hers is blue with hints of green. And
that was going to be my next point to bring up. They all were in somewhat of the same color, and I get it if you didn't bring something that fits that color.
Right.
But I imagine you could have done something a lot better than this.
Because I'm sitting here confused because I'm like, okay, did they create these outfits? Were they given these outfits? I don't know.
I think these are just outfits that they brought. They just happened to all bring a yeah. So, except for her. But yeah, it seemed very deliberate because, she's very much, the whole time she was on the show, I am the supermodel. Supermodels don't do this. Supermodels don't do that. And then she comes out and does this. So part of me feels like she probably could have done it if she would have tried. And maybe I'm wrong. But it's just, yeah. This whole performance made me change my view on judging them as teams. Just for this episode, though. Just for this episode. But let's move on to our second team. We have Jay Quinn, John, Mix Chanel, Tita Baby, and Yudi Puta.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't bad. It was just the first group was so good, minus one.
Right. -1.
-1. It was just kind of like, oh.
Y'all are okay too.
Yeah. Good job.
Clap.
You get a cute little clap. You know what I'm saying? Just a cute little one.
Cute little clap.
Cute little clap. And then, of course, we have the annual dance-off that we always do. Now, I will say, it looked like Verse 6 was trying at the end. I'm like, it's too late now, girl. Like, did they say something to you backstage while waiting to come back out? Like, you need to give it or something?
Mm-hmm. You need to bring it just a little bit harder next time.
But yes. So, the category is Perrier, which is a carnival.
Yeah.
So, Roxy St. James, if you had to provide a carnival-inspired look, what would you have done?
Carnival inspired. I'd have probably been. I'd have found some way to be the little spinner thing. But knowing how culture driven Philippines is, then I probably would have been some ride from Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
For me, my immediate thought was ringleader, and I know that's typically, the first thing you think of.
Mm-hmm. Always on me in the middle of the ring, just like a circus.
But yeah, I was thinking I could have came out and gave you a really good ringleader. Maybe do a little, then try to switch it up a little bit so it's not like everything every person has ever done when it comes to a ringleader. Be like, yes, I'm a ringleader, but I'm also whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Some kind of really cute reveal.
Yeah. So for these
I'm
looks,
the ringleader and I'm the trapeze artist.
I'm the ringleader, and then pull out a beard and the bearded lady.
I'm the ringleader and the elephant tamer. And the elephant.
And the elephant. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Eureka.
So, for these looks, what we're going to do is for all episodes, we're just going to go through, give our initial score, and move onwards. Up first, we have Kiana. This gets an A+ for me.
It's an A+. It's an A+.
Oh,
this is
really good.
Yes.
Up next is Angel. I thought this was cute. B+.
Yeah, I thought it was cute too. Yeah, I'll give it a B.
Up next is Zimba Ding. What did you think of Zimba?
Zimba Ding gets she gets a B from me.
Gets a B+. Real cute. Up next is Popstar Bench. A.
It's an A, but I agree with the judges. I really wish the thing would have been in the back. But I understand where she was coming from with, like, I'm going to be different. Put it in the front.
What did you think of verse 6?
Verse 6. I didn't get her.
It didn't.
Like,
it wasn't the assignment.
She was very fashion forward, but I don't think it was the assignment.
Yeah, I don't think it was the assignment either.
So this gets a D.
I'll give it a D as well. I'll be nice. Up next is Maxie. This was really cute. Really cute. A-.
A-.
Up next is Miss Chanel. What did you think of Miss Chanel?
This gets a B+.
This gets a C+ for me. Not the biggest fan of the upper half of it.
Understandable.
Up next is John. John gets a B+ for me.
John gets a C from me.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember if I got a separate screenshot of John, but, John shared her story this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And it just really broke my heart listening and watching John tell that story. Mm-hmm. And I just want to let John know that, it's not your fault. It's never your fault. It is never your fault. It is never your fault.
And it is.
Yeah, we're limited on what we can say on YouTube about this. But just know there's so much support. We love you. I hope those dirtbags get their day.
And the thing is like weirds me out is not the correct phrase, but I can't think of what I'm really looking for.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, guys do that to other guys. And then they're like, oh, but you wanted it.
Oh, I hate that phrase. as soon as you said it, it just went through me.
It gives you the ick.
Ugh. But yeah, John, it's never your fault, honey.
The action that comes from that phrase, period. I'm like, what? Was I parading myself? Did I lay down willingly and spread my legs for you? I did not.
I did not. So therefore, I didn't want it.
I did not want it. If I'm fighting you, I did not want it. If I punched you in the gut, I did not want it. If my heel went into your stomach and poked a hole, I did not want it. If your skin follicles are underneath my nails, I did not want it.
But yes, John, you're getting much love from us over here. Whew. But yeah, when Jiggly was getting mad, I was getting mad too. I was like,
hey, look, I had to disassociate for a minute.
I'm like, whew. I'm like,
ooh, Lord.
Whew.
As somebody who has been on that end of that, no.
No.
The answer is no.
No.
That's the reason why I am the way that I am now. Is because of situations like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know you know how I was when I was out there, but I felt safer there than I do here.
Mm-hmm.
I have nobody here. I had people out there. I had you. There were people who knew me, people who would protect me. I don't have anybody here to protect me. So if something goes down, I'm like, no, I'm just going to stay to myself. Forget it.
All right, we're going to mute that real quick. All right, so let's move on to Tita Baby. I hate to be so after having such a conversation, but it's a no for me, dog.
Look, I said it first.
Oh, you did? Let's move on to Yudi Puta. I thought this was cute. Yeah, it gets a C.
This is a no for me, dog.
Up next is Jay Quinn. What do you think of Jay Quinn?
She reminds me of Rock'em Sakura.
Really?
Like, her entrance look.
Maybe because they're both very anime focused.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like C- territory for me.
I give it a C+. I like it. It's just I wish the whole outfit was made out of the bears because it kind of throws it off for me.
With the target in the middle.
Yeah, like I get where she's going. Oh, if she would have been sickening, she should have. If she had the ability to put it on her face, make the bullseye her face. And then did the full outfit as bears, and I probably would have had other different little knick-knack paddywhacks that you can win at games like that. So we have all of our queens lined up here. Who had your favorite look? I don't know who mine is.
I'm gonna go with the first one.
Kiana. I agree. It is Kiana. So, you know me, I'm typically you work in groups, judged in groups.
Right. But
for this particular case, I could not let Versex get away with that.
No.
Because if you would have tried, kind of like when I was talking about Pathia in Global All-Stars, she was trying. So therefore, I can give her the slide because Soa and Queen did so good.
Right.
But in this case...
But did so good.
But they... Yeah, so this is the one time I would not have judged in groups. Because there was no way I was going to let Versex get off that easy. No, ma'am. Come to the front.
No, ma'am.
Come to the front.
Yep.
Right now, please.
Versex, I need you to come to the front of the building right now.
Right now. Matter of fact, the rest of you queens, go to the back of the stage. I'll deal with y'all in a minute. I need you to lip sync for your life by yourself right now.
Right now.
Right now. And if you do good, then we can go on with critiques. If you don't, we can just go ahead and send you to the house now. Kind of like when Priscilla did that lip sync for disqualification on Italy One. Something like that. But then again, I wouldn't call it disqualification, but it'll be lip sync for your life. You, by yourself right now. Because I need to know you want to be here.
Yep, I need you to show me something.
Right now. And then we'll continue on, and then you would have been in the bottom again. But anyway. But for this particular episode, in the top, we had John, Kiana, Maxie, and Popstar Bench. In the bottom, we had Jay Quinn, Mick Chanel, and Versex. If we're judging individually, I agree. I would have loved to have Angel up here too, but I wouldn't take anybody else out the top to put her up here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So after critiques, we find out that the winner this week is Maxie. Yay! Do you agree that Maxie won this challenge?
I guess so.
Not that I guess so. It was I
don't know who else would have been up there.
I'm going to find my notes. I actually thought, now that I remember, because I'm looking at my notes here, I thought Kiana should have won this week. I did.
Yep, that makes sense.
I thought Kiana should have won this. Like, Maxie did great, so I'm not going to be tripping. But
right.
I thought Kiana won it. And we find out she won a cash tip of 80,000 pesos and has earned herself a Rue badge.
Yeah.
Now the bottom two
a Rue badge.
The bottom two, Versex and Mick Chanel. I do agree they were the worst on both of their teams.
Yeah.
So they lip synced to Miss Manila by our special guest judge, Angeline Quinto.
Yes.
And I was really impressed by Mix. I didn't think she was going to give a little something. Mm-hmm. But she was giving a little something.
Just a little something.
Just a little something. And I'll give Versex props. It really looked like she was trying.
She was trying so hard.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad you're fighting.
By all of that fabric.
Yeah. I'm glad that you're fighting. But she was still trying to incorporate the supermodel gimmick, and I'm like, this right now. This isn't the time to step 10 toes down on that. We need you to perform. We need to see that you want to be here.
Right.
But yeah, overall, this was a cute lip sync. Mm-hmm. Mama Pal made her decision and decided to keep Mick Chanel. Do you agree?
Yes.
I agree as well. So, Mick Chanel must sashay away. So, they dance like they didn't just crush that girl's dreams. And we go into the next episode. Okay, 23 minutes. All right, look at us. So we go into the next episode. They read her message. They clear it out. They congratulate Maxie on her win. And then they congratulated Mix for winning the lip sync.
Lip sync.
For your life. So, the queens come into the workroom the other day. They sit down and yet again congratulate Maxie, who now has her Rue badge, and sitting next to the other Rue badge winner, Kiana.
The Rue badge.
The alarm goes off. RuPaul gives her message, and then Mama Pal enters the workroom. And Mama Pal got tossed. Yep. I was like, oh, at first when they started doing it, I thought Mama Pal was going to be like, y'all are not doing that to me. But Mama Pal was like, yeah, come on. I'm like, oh. Mama Pal said,
Mama Pal's so relatable.
Yeah, like, she's like, I'm with all the shits. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, give it to me.
Come on, I'm ready. So it's now time for the mini challenge. And they basically have to play what's in the box. So basically, they stick their hand in, and they got to figure out what's in there by just touching it. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I wouldn't want to play this game because I'll have a fear that there's... God dog it, I flinched that hard. I would have a fear that somebody would put a snake in there, and I would hate to die, come back to life, kill that person, then die again.
It depends on what show I'm doing it on.
Oh yeah, on Drag Race, I would be more willing to be like, okay.
Drag Race, I would be willing. I think Jimmy Fallon, I might be slightly willing. But somebody's YouTube video and Fear Factor, definitely not.
Oh, and I'm going to do one better because I agree with those two, and I'm going to add one more. Big Brother. If Big Brother told me to stick my hand in there, no. What is in there? You are not finna get me. But we had cotton candy, spaghetti. They had the boba balls.
Spaghetti's real big in the Philippines.
And then they had, I can't remember the name of the fruit here.
Jackfruit.
No, it wasn't.
It was, I forgot what it was. Something with a D. I think was it durian?
No, it wasn't durian. I would have remembered that because, the smell of that really does not sit right with my soul.
Mm-hmm.
But afterwards, we find out that J Quinn is the winner and won a cash tip of 20,000 pesos.
What?
I'm sorry. That was not J Quinn. That was John. Forgive me. But we find out that the Maxi Challenge is POW Presents Plus. So basically, they're going to have to put their improv skills to the test. They're going to be teamed up in pairs. They're going to be given a prompt on the show, and they have to go out there and kill it.
Yeah.
So I believe I got all the shows here. Let me see. I got the Cooking Jam. No, that's not what this. Cookie Una. Bring 'em Home. A Bag Raid. Toot It or Boot It. And 69 for the win.
Boot nice. Boot is a no. Boot nice. Yeah. Boot is a no.
Yes. So as the winner of the mini. So as the winner of the mini challenge, John gets to pick the pairs.
Mm-hmm.
So we find out that the extra special guest judge this week.
Mamshi Malay.
Yeah, Malay. Yeah, Malay.
Mamshi Malay Cantiveros Francisco.
Yeah. So we found out that Malay is going to be the person that they're going to be doing the improv with. Mm-hmm. And I love how they had like a fake Wow Presents Plus setup.
Right.
I thought that was so cute and so fun. So up first we had John and Popstar Bench. What did you think of John and Popstar Bench?
I think they actually did like halfway okay.
Yeah, they did fine. Like they started off really good. I will say that.
Right.
And then as it went on,
after a while.
But compared to some of the other stuff we got, this was very good. I was entertained. I was entertained. Moving on to Tita, Baby, and Mick Chanel. Tita did great.
Mm-hmm.
Mick Chanel
got in her head too much.
And like, I kind of saw where Mix was coming from, because when you have someone as strong as Tita, you have to make sure that you're in the moment as well, without seeming like you're barging in and messing up the flow of the conversation.
Right.
Because that would be my struggle if I was paired with Tita, because she was going.
Mm-hmm. I like how they use Bob's picture.
Yeah. And so I'm like,
silhouette.
And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, how can I jump into this?
Right? Because it's like double dutch. Conversations, three-way conversations are like double dutch. You can't just sit there and be like, yeah, okay, the whole time.
Yeah. So, I thought it was good, but I will say as a team, they were a little bit lower because Mix did bring it down.
Yeah, I mean, and then it didn't help. Like, okay, you brought out the bag, you didn't pour any contents out, you didn't really go through it, you didn't talk about what was in the bag. It was just like, oh, the bag is there.
Mm-hmm. So up next we have Jay Quinn and Yudipota.
It's nice.
This one was the one that was tough to watch.
They talk so much in the beginning.
But what gets me is, even when I went back to watch it to get the screenshots, it didn't seem like much time had passed before Jay Quinn was like, "Oh, we're out of time." I'm like, "Wait, we just got started. What do you mean we're out of time?"
I don't know who's stuck, me or him. I'm pretty sure I'm stuck on his end.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can kind of sort of hear you.
Okay. Sorry about that. Had a few technical difficulties. But we are back, and yeah, John and UD just didn't really... It didn't work.
They took too long.
It didn't work. So, up next is 69 for the win, which had Angel and Kiana. So with Angel and Kiana, I'm looking at my notes. Oh, they were great. They were fantastic. Honestly, if the next group wasn't as good as they were, they could have won.
Facts.
Yeah, this was a really good. They were entertaining. The jokes were just running wild. I thought
they were there. The jokes were there.
And like I said, I'm really becoming like a huge fan of Angel. A huge fan of Angel and Kiana. I am. So, last but definitely not least, we have Maxie and Zimbading.
Cookie Aina.
Again, fan-freaking-tastic.
Yes, they were really good.
They were really good. Really strong. Yeah. I'm like, Maxie, really, you better show out.
Kept the conversation going. Was eating the food.
And just having a great time with the guests.
I'm pretty sure they had things they wanted to talk about, and they were just like, good.
No, we're good. But the thing is, we were so entertained. If there was something that they didn't get to, we don't know, because that's how good they were in the moment.
Exactly. Yep.
So, Tita Baby, again, y'all are really back-to-back with these episodes. Tita Baby, just know we love and support you. We're so glad you made it through your dark time. And look at you shining. Look at you shining, honey.
Yes.
So, let's get to the main stage where we have Mama Pow. What did you think of Mama Pow's look this week?
This is the first outfit I didn't like.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
Oh, like at all?
No.
So are you saying it's a no for you, dog?
It's a no for me, dog.
I'm finna say, I give this a B-. It's the wrap. Like, if you would have took the wrap off, the rest of this would have been fine.
Yeah.
And I think I would have chose a different hair color. Yeah, and I would have chose a different hair color.
That too.
But yeah, I still like it though.
Because I'm like confused. I'm like, okay, you got a one-piece jumpsuit on. You could have came out in just that. But I'm assuming you didn't want to tuck. So you put a dress on over it. Okay, fine. I'm alright with that. But then you put this wrap on too? Like, why?
But yes, this week we're joined by Callie Karen, who looks fucking amazing. First of all, I just gotta say how great she looks. Oh yeah, that's a really good
wig on her.
We're joined by Jiggly Caliente, giving the I Dream of Jeannie realness over here. Rajo's here. And our special guest judge,
Mom, she melts.
So the category is 3D fractal eleganza.
3D fractal extravaganza.
So with the category of 3D, what do you think Roxy St. James would have pulled out?
I have no idea, honestly. Like, no clue.
Well, I know what I would do.
What would you do?
Y'all know I was raised during the time of the Attitude Era on WWE. So, if you would have said Team 3D, I would have pulled out a Team 3D look. I probably would have made it 3D to still fit, the category of it. Or I could have just been like, then this might be the one that they just don't like, but technically I did the assignment. You said 3D. So I'm Team 3D. Just because you don't know what Team 3D is doesn't mean. But yes, that's how I would approach it. Again, we're just going to give our scores. Up first, Maxie. A.
A. This is gorgeous.
Breathtaking. Up next is Zimbading. What did you think?
Plus.
B plus. I agree with that B plus. If she would have took that little off the bottom of the half, that would have been a whole lot better. Up next is Popstar Bench. It's a no for me, dog.
Okay, I agree.
You gotta say it. There's no I agree. You gotta say it.
It's a no for me, dog.
There we go. Up next is John. What did you think of John?
This is an A minus.
I agree with your A minus. Up next is Tita Baby. I thought this was really cute. This gets an A for me.
This gets an A plus for me.
Oh, an A plus for Tita Baby.
I love Tita Baby.
I do too. I really hope she comes to DragCon next year because I shall be there. Up next is Mix Chanel. What did you think of Mix?
Was that the assignment?
I don't know.
I don't think it was the assignment. I'm gonna give this like a C minus.
It's a no for me, dog. Up next is Jay Quinn. As soon as she came out, I caught the reference. As soon as she came out, I caught the reference immediately. For those who don't know, it is the mid-transformation for Sailor Moon when she does the transformation scene. Now, it could have been a little better, but I love it still, so it gets an A minus for me.
It gets an A for me.
Oh, you give it an A. Look at you. Up next is Yudi Puta.
Yudi Puta.
What did you think of Yudi Puta?
This was a D for me.
It's a no for me, dog.
Okay. Hey, cool. Can I change my mind?
I'm sick of you. Up next is Angel. What did you think of Angel?
It's a no for me, though.
Oh, I like it. It gets a B for me because I like it. Yeah, I like it. It gets a B for me. Up next is Kiana. A.
I'll give it an A. I'll give it a B. She looks like pufferfish, like one of those floating men of war jellyfish.
She looks like that fish in Deuce Bigelow that big lady took out the fish tank and put it in a smoothie and blended it up. That's the type of fish she looked like. Mm-hmm.
She looks like a lionfish.
Is that what those fishes are called?
Yep, because there's a whole TikTok channel devoted to killing them.
Why?
Because where they're at, they're an invasive species.
Oh. I mean, we can't send them somewhere where they're not so invasive?
Apparently not, because they populate very quickly.
Oh, well, that's sad.
I mean, people eat them apparently, so.
So we have all of our amazing queens here. Who had your favorite look this week?
Mm. Who was the first one again?
Maxie.
Maxie.
I agree. Look at us agreeing again. Honorable mention, Tita Baby. Honorable mention.
Honorable mention, Tita Baby.
So we find out that the tops and the bottoms for this week are, in the top we have Maxie, Kiana, and John. In the bottom we have Mix, Jay Quinn, and Yudi Puta. Do you agree with this top and bottom placement?
Mm-hmm.
I somewhat agree. Like, I agree, but you know me, I love judging in teams.
Right.
So, like, I would have had Zimba still up there. I would have had Angel up there.
Mm-hmm.
I would have had Tita up there to, go with the appropriate team member.
Right.
And, we found out that Maxie won, and I agree, but I would have gave the win to Maxie and Zimba. Because they were, like you said, I judge in teams, so this would have been a great, cute little way to do a little team here. Then they could have got 40K each. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I like it when it's real easy. When there's like 3-4 people, I'm like, hold on, too much math. But two 40 each, okay? But our Maxie won, our queen of the universe. And she has won a cash tip of 80,000 pesos and another Rue badge, not a repeater badge, Lord. It's almost time for the repeater badges. It's almost time for the repeater badges. Did you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, almost time for some repeater badges and España, like just earlier today. I think they're going to premiere within the same week.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Yeah. But honestly, we're down to 2, so them 2 will keep us, okay. So, we find out that the bottom 2 is Jay Quinn and Yudi Pota. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I agree. They were the bottom 2 of the week. And I think Yudi knew too because she changed clothes.
Yeah.
And not too many people change clothes, at least on the regular series, to change clothes when they're in the bottom. So she was like, yeah, I'm going to go change. So we found out that the lip sync song is Wa Kang Fabi. Pabibi.
Wang Hang
Pabibi. By Vice Ganda. And the lip sync started off pretty cool. I'm like, okay, this is cute. Y'all are doing what y'all need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then Yudi's like, you know what? I'm done.
Yep.
And walks off the stage.
And walks off the stage. And Jay Quinn was like, okay.
And here's my thing. You know how I feel about people just quitting.
Mm-hmm.
I understand if there was a mental reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Baby. She was in ISIS on Canada versus the World. They were like,
or
hey.
Even, hiding closet.
Yeah, they're like, I am not in a great mental space. I need to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And unless I missed it, I don't remember Yudi. I am behind on like 2-3 untucks. But I don't remember Yudi expressing she's had any issues. Now, granted, she don't have to express it to us. That's that's her right. She don't have to. But to me, watching it, it just looked like she knew she wasn't going to win this lip sync, so she just walked out.
Right. Well, I before the lip sync started, she was saying something like, "I think I just want to go home."
Yeah, she did say that. She did say that. So, I remember that now. But yeah, it's just, I don't know.
So she was like, I'm going to give it a 1-2 step. Then I'm going to step on to
And maybe because she didn't really get to say her piece. Maybe that's what it was. Because it's the queens that don't say their piece that really, you know, like Inti from España, still mad, still mad at her. God, baby. But yeah, maybe that's what it was. She never got a chance to say her piece. And my thing is, I would have rather her finish the lip sync and do what Baby did and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go."
Right.
Don't even announce who was gonna win. Let Jay Quinn stay. I want to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. But Jay Quinn continued, and she did a good job. And Jay Quinn, Shantae, you stay.
Look, and then threw shade when she was done.
Now, here's my thing. Wouldn't it have been a gag if Mama Pal was like, okay, although she quit, you still didn't show me what I needed to see, so sashay away.
No, Mama Pal's like, you saw her leave. So.
Oh, Lord. All right, so Yudi leaves. She leaves her message. They dance like that girl just didn't crush her own dreams. And we go back to the go back to the workroom. Here is the crisis hotline for those who may need it.
In that country.
In that country, yes. I should have brought up ours.
Yeah.
I should have brought up ours. But yes, reach out for any type of help that you may need, honey.
Mm-hmm.
So, after Yudipot does self-elimination, they come in, they read her message, they wipe it away. Kiana... Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that.
Uh-oh, what did you do?
Messed up a lot of stuff here. Hold your mule. So, Kiana came in hot at Jay Quinn. Like, she was like, you didn't deserve to go home, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, where is this energy coming from? And, you know,
they were mad for, like, no reason.
And then it came to find out, I think, let's go ahead and continue on. It's the next day in the workroom. They sit down and we continue the conversation. Kiana basically said, during week 1, you said that you didn't really care for me or something like that. And now I don't care for you. And, like, I can get that. Like, we barely know each other, but yet you're telling me you don't care for me? I would feel some type of way, too. But what really irritated me was... Oh, well, we congratulate Maxie. Don't want to forget that. But after they get started, for some reason, Angel decides to chime in.
Yeah.
And it just felt like they were ganging up on the poor girl.
They were.
And, like, I'm like, Angel. And I'm glad they made up, you know, during the mirror, during the mirror moment.
The mirror moments.
Yeah. I'm glad they made up during that time. But I was just sitting there and I'm like, Angel, where's this energy coming from? Because the issue was with Keanu. How did you hop into this?
Get in there.
I was like, my God, y'all chill for real, okay? So the alarm goes off. RuPaul gives the message, and it was very clear we're doing the Snatch game. But first, they have a mini challenge.
What?
First, they have a mini challenge where they have to do a 90s inspired look. And it's going to be on the cover of a notebook. I'm like, oh, that's so cute.
That's so cute.
And it's just like one of those first episode type of photo shoots where it starts off one thing, and then here comes the trampoline. So they hop to it. And Mama Pow and BJ announced that the winner is Kiana, who is now nicknamed the new Matilda. Because if you remember from last season, Matilda was winning all the mini challenges.
Right, Matilda. I swear it feels like we just had that season.
I know, it just all starts to blend in. But then BJ got tossed up.
My flying sexy girl dreams.
Yep. So now we are heading towards the Snatch game.
Snatch game.
Snatch game.
This was the most interesting Snatch game I've ever witnessed.
I will say this. This is probably the best Snatch game we've seen all year.
Facts, because I laughed.
Oh, I laughed. Oh my gosh. And one thing I love that Drag Race Philippines does is that if the queens make a reference to something, they're going to tell us what the reference is, like in the subtitle. They'll be like, oh, this is a reference to a famous scene from this actor's career. And I'm like, oh, well, thank you for letting me know that. Because every other country with subtitles I'll be like, oh, maybe that's something I just don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Philippines has always done that since season 1. They'll be like, listen, we know we make a lot of references, so we're going to let y'all know what they mean. So y'all can chuckle with us.
Right.
But I have to say, I really enjoyed this Snatch game. I thought it was so much fun. I thought it was so good. Like, there wasn't very many duds. There was only a few duds. Everybody else did great.
And I mean, like, and if anything, like, they all started off really strong. And then some of them just kind of petered off at the end.
Yeah. So, for the Snatch game, we are joined by our extra special guest judge, Kyle, who everybody was thirsting after, honey.
Okay.
Thirsting after, okay?
It was not a dry...
Dehydration.
The dehydration was real.
Was so real, honey.
It was like the Sahara Desert in that building.
Mm-hmm. And then
I was like, I guess I could see it.
I'm finna say he looks nice. He looks nice.
He's not a bad looking guy.
Yeah.
You know.
And we're also joined by John as well, John Santos. there's another John here, and I'm like, wait, let me not say just John. John Santos. We're here by John Santos. So we're gonna quickly go through the Snatch games, like we said. You know, we're trying to fit as much as we can in here. Yep. So up first we have John, who played Angel Lotion. I hope I'm saying her last name correctly. This was hilarious.
Yeah.
And this was one of the ones I appreciate them telling us the reference to.
Because they did a lot of them.
Yeah, and then somebody on Twitter went the extra mile and showed John doing it and then showing the actual clip from the actress playing it. And I'm like, oh my God, that really helps me fully get...
fully understand.
Fully understand. Like, John is... Y'all better watch for John. John might sneak up here and take this title from y'all.
Mm-hmm.
John might just be like, oop, I'm just going to take this crown right from under your nose, because she's been killing it every week.
Right.
Every week. So 2 snaps and a kiss for John. All right. Moving on to Maxie, who was playing the ghost of Ballet Drive. For me, this started off slow. But Maxie got there. Yeah, but by the end, Maxie was there.
Yes.
And like, honestly,
she was helped along by Tita Baby.
Really, Tita really be like, hey bitch, come on.
Let's do this.
You got this, come on. But I will say this, prior to this Snatch game, Maxie and Angel never really looked similar to me.
Mm-hmm.
But Maxie, in this challenge, I thought it was Angel at first. But I'm like, but no, Angel said she was doing somebody else. Who is this? And then I'm like, oh wait, this is Maxie. So you really saw it here. I was like, okay, now I see the relation. I see the siblings now. I see it. So up next, we have Mick Chanel doing Rufa Mae Quinto. As we all know, Eva La Queen did it season 1. Should have won season 1 Snatch Game. I stand 10 toes down on Eva La Queen should have won season 1 Snatch Game. I stand 10 toes down she decided to do that character, and if you don't know, that is her drag mother. And this was a mistake.
Put herself in a very difficult position doing that.
Like she wasn't good.
She wasn't bad.
She wasn't bad either. You know what I'm saying?
She just wasn't that good.
Especially after Eva did such a great job with the character on season 1.
Right.
I'm like, you gotta come in 2 times funnier.
Yep.
And that didn't happen. And I think that's what got Mix in the bottom. Because, honestly, I think Popstar should have been in there instead. But, because she did something that was so great the first time, and she didn't do it good, it was like even a bigger target on her back for that.
Yeah.
Alright, moving onwards to, Jay Quinn was Confucius. And baby, I was very Confucius watching this, okay?
He said I was very Confucius watching it.
I was. This is the only one, in my opinion, who just truly bombed the whole thing. And I'm like, Jay Quinn, I am rooting for you. Them girls were being mean earlier. I'm rooting for you. Come on, jump. I mean, there's too many damn names. Jay Quinn.
Jays.
I think that's what it is. It's the Jays. So, moving on to Kiana here. And Kiana was bearing Geisler. I thought this was hilarious. I was shocked Kiana wasn't in the top this week. Like, when Mama Pal started naming names, I'm like, okay, this is top and bottom. And then after that third one, she's like, you're safe. I'm like, Kiana safe?
Right.
I thought it was funny. My only thing is, and I blame more Angel for this, towards the end, it was like Angel was really taking over that space.
Yes.
And I'm like, and you could tell Kiana's trying to, go along with it, yes, and of it all. But I'm like, at the same time, you're still trying to make sure your character is funny and not fall into what makes another character funny.
Right. Yeah, because Angel was kind of like, no, you're gonna.
But yes, great job. Kiana, there's so many people who could take the crown right now, in my opinion.
It's hard.
It is hard. Like, this is a great cast of queens we got here. Great cast of queens. Moving on to Angel, who played Maria Clara. Again, I thought she did great up until like the last 3-4 minutes. When she kept going, like the first time with Kiana's character, cool. But like when she went back and I'm like, oh, okay. Alright. Okay.
It was like after the 4th or 5th time it stopped being quite so funny.
But
like,
she
you
did
can
great.
do stuff in threes, and the first 3 times it's going to be funny. But every time after that is like less funny.
But yeah, she did a great job still though. And like everyone's reaction to seeing Kyle's nipple, what that right there had me hollering.
They went feral.
That had me hollering.
Oh my god. That was so funny.
So funny. Now, up next, Tita Baby basically played the Grim Reaper.
And she was hilarious. And brought everybody in. Like, you could tell that was Mama. Because she was just like, no, you do. And you do. And then you. Yep. And she made sure she brought her kids in.
Like, this is how you do a proper Snatch game. Honestly, we'll talk about this just a little bit more, but I thought Tita was going to win this week.
I thought Tita was going to win, too.
Did. Moving on to Popstar Bench, giving us Sarah G. Apparently, she is on The Voice. And I think that joke alone from Kiana was so funny. When Kiana hit down, was like, "I choose you." that made me chuckle. Popstar started good, but as it went on, it was just like, yeah. And then last we had Zimbading, who played Wilma Doesn't. And just like Jay Quinn, this was pretty much a complete bombing situation.
Right.
And I say this all the time. Snatch Game is probably the biggest I have if I were to ever step into the world of Drag Race.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna be like, well, whatever the song that is, I'll just make sure I know it really well.
Yeah.
Make sure I know it really well, just in case.
Right. Let me practice the song. Let me get a little routine down. How long is the stage so I don't slide off of it trying to do splits?
Baby, it's like if I did as bad as Jay Quinn and Zimba, as soon as I got back to the workroom, I'll put in my headphones. Geronimo, they domino. Hey, they saying domino. Like, let me learn these words, honey, because we were there. We saw what happened. Let me go ahead and get these words. Especially if I don't know the words, I'm like, hold on, let me get these words together.
Let me not be Delulu.
And I really hope I don't have a case of delusion if I were to step through them doors, because I'm already delusional as it is. I don't need the Delulu that comes with that room. Because my luck, I'm sitting there like, oh, I'm fine. And here I am in the bottom two and don't know the words.
Oh.
And now I'm one of those people I used to yell at home, telling me, how do you not know the words?
Because I was delusional and thought I was safe.
Shoot. But yeah, Zimba'd. But yeah, this was an amazing Snatch Game. The chaos. And somebody posted online, this is the highest rated episode of Drag Race ever.
Hey.
On IMDb,
Mm-hmm.
it has a rating of 9.9.
Hey.
The highest episode of any Drag Race franchise. So I'm like, come on, Philippines, you better show them you're not the one to play with, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let's get to this runway, and let's talk about this complete serve that Mama Pal just came out here with.
Look, Purple Dream.
Purple rain, purple rain. Babe, that's the only reason I like that song is that part at the end there. Hoo, 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 hoo. Hey! Baby Prince did that. I don't care what nobody says. I'm like, you better. Because I didn't like the song growing up. I didn't. And one day it just happened to be on while I was at work because they were playing it for the guys. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, ooh, can this song just please hurry up and get off? And I'll never forget, I was loading up the dishwasher because we just got finished with the dining room. So I'm loading up the dishwasher and I hear that hoo, 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 hoo. I'm like, no, I don't remember this. I don't remember this in the song. Wait a minute. I walk over to the guy's radio and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh. Okay, I added that to the playlist that day. And even now, when it comes on, I skip through the whole song. I don't want to hear nothing. Give me the high notes at the end. That's all I'm here for.
Hey, vulgar.
I don't want to hear none of that.
I don't hear nothing else.
Nothing else. And he does it for such a long time, too, so it fills the fantasy in my head. I'm like, yes. But yes, this Purple Rain that Mama Pal has on gets an A++++++.
Purple serve.
It's the highest of A+, okay?
Look, there was something beyond an A+.
We're probably going to have to create something that's higher than an A+.
Okay.
My only thing is, you notice she's wearing red hair with every outfit?
Yeah.
It works here. But
it works here.
I've noticed she's wearing, I guess she's a redhead this season.
Oh. Well, she looks better as a brunette and as a redhead than she does a blonde,
So this week we're joined by Callie Karen. Again, looks amazing. Jiggly Caliente is there. And then we are joined by John Santos.
Jiggly Caliente is there.
She looks cute. Jiggly did. Mm-hmm. And our extra special guest judge Kyle is back, and his interactions with Angel during the critiques.
Look, I was like, do you swing that way? You acting like it. I don't believe y'all would date after this.
Listen, when Angel said your mind is not the thing I want to blow, I was like, Angel!
Angel. I loved her in that moment. That was the moment I fell in love with Angel.
Oh, Angel is one of those. She's saying what everybody wants to think.
Hero filter.
Oh God. I love it. I love it.
I want to see your pink. And then he didn't help it none because he was like, I like pink things. Why? Are you flirting back with me? Then they were trying to leave the stage and he's like, no, come here. We're going to dance. Let's dance.
I love that sound on TikTok. I do. But yes, the fun. So much fun. I love when the guest judge comes and have a good time. Regardless how he may swing, as you say. He came and had a great time, and I enjoyed that.
He did. And then, look, I was like, oh my God. Even if he was straight, he came, he had a good time. He didn't judge, and, he was just so natural with it. People are people, and I love that. Big fan now.
So, the category is Gosh with the Wind. Now, what would you bring that will blow really nice? Yeah, what would you bring that will blow really nicely with those fans, honey? Side note, can we keep the fans out there? Because them fans was the hitting right on them girls, okay?
Okay.
Keep the fans. Keep the fans.
Something that would blow... I don't know. I just think of a lot of chiffon. I can't think of a color. All I know is I just want it to just go. It would be a nice, long wig.
I have a color. It's going to be like a tannish color. Only because when I think of this, I think of, what is that baby's name? Hold on. It is on my playlist. Kenya Moore.
Kenya Moore?
Yeah, from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I believe.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember when she was Gone with the Wind Fabulous?
No.
She was Gone with the Wind Fabulous for a while.
Ooh, Lord.
And I feel like I would have recreated the look from her music video. And just been blowing, I'm Gone with the Wind Fabulous. Now twirl. Twirl.
Now, see, for me, Gosh with the Wind, I probably would have took it literally and did, I can't remember names, and I'm dating myself, even though it's not like I was there to watch it originally, because that was in the 70s, and that was many, many years before I was ever thought of to be born. But God, I can't remember her name. It's right there. Carol Burnett.
Oh, your idol.
I had a hand gesture for you.
I'm Gone with the Wind Fabulous. I'm Gone with the Wind Fabulous.
Gone with the Wind parody with the curtain.
Twirl. Now twirl.
And I probably would have did something like that, but it would have been in really light fabric so that it just blew.
Yeah.
Instead of the heavy velvet. But that's just me as an American.
Yeah, but let's get into these looks again. We're going to go through them relatively quickly. Up first is Maxi, B+.
Yeah, B+.
Mick Chanel, what did you think?
That was like a D.
I give it a C+. I like the idea. I just wish it was executed a little bit.
The thought was there, it just wasn't executed properly.
Kiana gets a B+ for me.
It's a C.
Up next is Jay Quinn. What did you think of Jay Quinn?
I give this an A, but I agree with the critiques that she wasn't there long enough.
Yeah, I'm like, because you're wearing the correct material to really let them have it when you get down to the end of that fan.
Right.
I give it a B plus. I give it a B plus.
Yeah.
Up next is Popstar Bench. D.
Yeah. I agree.
You agree with what?
It's a D.
Okay, you gotta say it. Say it with your chest. Up next is John. What did you think of John?
Oh, I love this. This was an A.
This was so cute. I agree with your A. This was just, as soon as John came out, I was like, oh.
Look, it was giving Carnival. Yeah, I loved it. So, yeah, an A for me.
Up next is Zimbading. I thought... What did you think?
It's like a C minus. Like, I get the idea. Just something is off. Like that.
Something is missing, and I don't know what it is. And I agree with your C minus. Up next is Tita Baby. I thought this was really cute. B plus.
I agree with your B plus.
I wanted a little something more, but I don't think it was enough for her not to get the win. Up next is Angel. What did you think of Angel?
Oh, Angel gave me life. He gave me everything. This was an A plus for me.
This gets an A minus for me, but this was everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. So, out of all these amazing queens here, who had your favorite look?
My favorite look was Jake Quinn. I'm gonna be honest.
Mine was John. Really good. So, in the tops and the bottoms this week, we have Angel, John, and Tita in the top. And then Mick Chanel, Zimbading, and Jay Quinn in the bottom. Do you agree with the tops and the bottoms?
Yeah.
I agree, but I would do a slight change.
Yeah.
I would have had Kiana in the top. I would have kept everybody else in the top too, but I would have just added Kiana because 7 queens could have been up here this week. And then I would have switched out Mix for Popstar.
Yeah.
Because although, like I said, Mix was just fine, but Popstar really struggled. I wouldn't have put her in the bottom 2. I do think the bottom 2 was correct. But, yeah. We find out that the winner is Angel. Congratulations. Yes, I thought it was going to go to Tita, but Angel did an amazing job as well. So, I'm not going to, pull out the pitchforks.
Not yet.
Not yet. We might have to bring them out for global.
Yeah.
But she won a cash tip of 80,000 pesos and a Rue badge. Get her a Rue badge. Woo, woo, woo.
Get her a Rue badge.
So the bottom 2 is Jay Quinn and Zimbading. They lip sync to Geronimo by RuPaul.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of this lip sync?
I just knew that we was gonna get another non-elimination, or that the person who stayed was gonna go home.
I prefer what Jay Quinn was doing,
Mm-hmm.
but Zimba knew the words better. Because
Yeah.
I really saw it when I was this close to my computer getting the screenshots.
Mm-hmm.
Zimba had the rap verse down better than what Jay Quinn did. So although I was preferring what Jay Quinn was doing, at the end of the day, it is a lip sync for your life.
Right.
So technically she came through, and I technically agree.
Yep. You won on a technicality.
On a technicality, honey. But yeah, Shantae, you stayed. Which unfortunately means we gotta say goodbye to Jay Quinn. I really enjoyed you, Jay Quinn. Maybe we'll see you on the stage again one day.
Yes.
So she sashayed away. They danced like they didn't crush somebody's dreams. And we find out next week they're doing a rusical.
Yes.
Not just any rusical. They're doing Wicked. Right in time, too, because, you know, Wicked's coming out in a few months.
Right?
And listen, they did Little Mermaid. What was it, Little Mermaid last year? Yeah, it was Little Mermaid. And they did a really good job with that. So y'all got some big shoes to fill now. Big shoes to fill. But honey, that's all I got. Do you have anything else?
Nope.
Now this episode was a little bit longer than normal. But hey, we had 3 episodes, and I think we did pretty good getting 3 episodes in hour 15.
Yeah, because what we did last week's was how many?
Too long. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Cresha, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me at Cresha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Bye.